And oh, that just covers it. There you go. Two little questions. Is there a way to make it bigger? Haha. Haha. Okay. So, Kip, you know a lot about physics and kinematic equations. Uh, I know that we could use some of those to help us solve these two questions. You want to help us out a little bit with that?
Sure. So starting out, how complicated do we want to get here?
Let's start not very complicated, so like distance equals rate times time, and then we can add a little bit more
Okay.
complexity to this.
All right. So our equation that Jaden just said is um, distance is equal to the rate times time. Or another way to say it is distance is equal to velocity, which we'll use as a v, times
Yeah.
time. Okay. So just for in this case, we've got we've got 80 miles an hour, right? Not 800. That's way too fast, dude. You'd get pulled over in a second.
You're trying to break the sound barrier.
Almost made it. Um, and so, but this is miles, right? And that's
Right.
per hour. So if we just think about this, what this actually means for a second is that means that you will travel 80 miles every hour, right?
Right, that makes sense.
So if you multiply it by a time, you'll get how many miles you've gone, right? So that's why this equation is pretty straightforward and makes some pretty good sense, right?
Okay, so this time is in hours, not like
Yes,
minutes, seconds. Okay.
right,
And
because we're in
how do we know that it is hours that we're talking about?
because of our units here is miles per hour. If
Okay.
it was miles per minute, then our time
Okay.
would be in minutes. Um,
Gotcha.
so it's based on our units here. So it says how long would it take to travel 50 miles at 80 miles an hour? So our time is our distance is going to be 50 miles, right? And
Right.
then we've got this is equal to um, our speed, which is 80, and then we've got our t time here. So all we
Okay.
do is we just divide both sides by 80.
I just need to solve for the time.
Yep. And so then we've
Okay.
got 550 over 80, and this is equal to, 5 over 8, right?
Right. And that's
This is
hours.
hours. So Jaden, what would we do if we wanted to turn this into minutes? Because I don't know what 5/8 of an hour is.
Okay, so we need to figure out how many minutes are in an hour. Most people know that. You'll be surprised though. So there's 60 minutes in 1 hour, right? So if we start with this 5/8 of an hour, we have 60 minutes for every hour. That's an H. And this is minutes up here. Okay. If we just do a little bit of a math problem here, we multiply the 5 times the 60 and then divide by 8. Our hours cancel and we're in minutes now.
Dude, that's mathematical.
So that that is mathematical. It's amazing. So 5 times 60, what is that? 300?
Yes.
And then we have 300 divided by 8. Let's do some quick maths here. $300 divided by 8, we get 37 minutes and 30 seconds. 37.50 minutes. Okay.
Cool, dude. So that's pretty fast. That doesn't take that much time to go 50 miles. Okay, so this
No.
is part 1. So now we need part 2, right?
Right.
Which is if you're traveling 30 or 50 miles in 30 minutes. Okay. So we're going 50 miles per hour times time, which is 30. Oh wait, what am I saying over here? Dude, I wrote that out wrong. My bad. Here we go.
Oh,
So
no problem.
so we got 30 minutes and we need to travel 50 miles. Is that what it says? So
yeah.
30V equals 50. Now, if you remember though, we probably want this in miles per hour because we're in the United States and that's pretty standard in the United States. So we need to change our
Yeah.
time again from 30 minutes to hours, right? So if we do the
Right.
same thing you did before, 30 minutes, and then we have 60 minutes in 1 hour. And so we
Yeah.
cancel those out. So we get 1/2 V equals 50, right? And so
Okay.
then we divide by 1/2 on either side. I'm running out of room here, but we divide by 1/2 on either side and you get V equals 100 or 100.
Yes. No,
So
that's not a dollar signs for
no,
all of you that are like the money greedy people out there. It's 1, right?
yeah. So it's 100 miles per hour. Now I like this. I like this question a lot because so there's some people out there that are speed demons, right?
Right.
And we just
Yep.
calculated if you're going 80 miles an hour, right? That it's going to take you 37.5 minutes to travel 50
Right.
miles. To only lose 7.5 minutes, you have to go 20 miles an hour faster.
That's not very much time.
No, and when you think about it, if you're trying to race somewhere and get somewhere and you're worried about, making it on time, people are always like, oh, I gotta go fast. It's like you hit 2 stoplights in those 7 minutes that you gained are now gone. Or if you get pulled
Yep.
over because you were going 100 miles an hour, you're also,
Then you're behind schedule. That's going to take a lot more than 7.5 minutes.
yeah. So this question is
Yeah.
solved.
Solved. Okay. So you mentioned how complicated we wanted to make this. What did you mean by that, Kip? So
So
in this
I'm
situation,